Ready.
Hi everybody, I'm Lisa Eaton and I'm a town of Willington resident and have been so for 10 years. And as you all know, we have an election coming up on November 7th and Stu Fisher is running for first select person. And I had some questions for him and I thought that I would share these questions and of course his responses with you to help us be informed citizens when we go to vote on November 7th. So thank you for talking with me today. Appreciate
Lisa, I
it.
appreciate your offer to do this. I think it's important and looking forward to the interview.
Perfect. Okay. So question one, tell me about yourself. How long have you lived here? Your professional experience, your education, hobbies? What should we know?
Sure. I'm a lifelong resident of Connecticut, born in Hartford Hospital. I'm a resident of the Northeast Corner for the past 25 years, I'd say. Specifically in Willington, I've lived here 10 years. I'm married to Elizabeth. She's a Board of Finance member. I have 4 children, and Elizabeth has 1, Andrew. And Andrew's currently in Kazakhstan, and my children live all throughout Connecticut. We love them all, and we're very proud of them. My education, I have a BA from American International College. I have a Master's of Public Administration from the University of Hartford. I'm certified purchasing manager through the National Association of Purchasing Management. I'm a licensed nursing home administrator in Massachusetts and Connecticut, and I have ample certificates in facilities management over the years. I've directed operations specifically at 6 to 8 nursing facilities over the years, being involved with staffing, budgeting, negotiations in union and non-union facilities, facilities management, maintenance, safety programs, and conflict resolution for sure. I also directly oversaw all the purchasing later in my career and facilities management in 25 nursing homes. After my nursing home operation career, I moved into an executive capacity at the corporation. My hobbies are golf, gardening, and landscaping. Thank you.
Great. So I believe that volunteer work informs work as a public servant. And so can you tell us about prior experiences you have had as a volunteer?
I'd be happy to. First and foremost, my coaching experiences, specifically with youth, has been invaluable in my growth. I have 4 children. I was making sure that they were involved in whatever sport they wanted to be involved with, but I wanted to make sure they were involved in a seasonal sport. I think it was important for them and their growth to learn about competition, to learn how to lose with dignity. And for me to be involved with them, I needed to coach. So I did that for many, many years until they got involved with the high school programs. What I love about children, among many things, is their honesty. I've learned a lot from not only my children, but the other children that I coached. If you want to know something, you want to know the truth, ask your child. And if your child's not around, if you want to know the truth, ask another child. That's how you learn the truth. They'll tell you exactly where it's at. And if you listen, you will grow and you'll become a better person. And I know I did through my coaching. The second thing that I'm pretty proud of, I'm currently involved with the Connecticut Master Gardener Association, which is a subset of the University of Connecticut. I was certified in 2015. Currently, because of my hours and my work, been promoted to an advanced certified Master Gardener. I'm involved with the Tolland office and the Wyndham office, but mostly the Tolland office. Our mission is to represent UConn in beautifying parks, open areas, being available for office hours and answering questions, walk-ins, people that are having problems with insects, why is my plant not growing properly, and things like that. So it's a great service to the community, and we respond to every concern individually. I'm proud to serve this organization.
Great. So switching gears a little bit, what inspired you to run for first select person?
Public service is public trust. And I believe it takes integrity and honesty to do it well. I have that, and I know I can prove that to the Willington taxpayers and residents. In winding down from my healthcare experiences and career, and retiring from that, I've been looking for another adventure. This is a very serious adventure, a very serious, worthwhile step for me. And Elizabeth, she supports me entirely in this endeavor, as does my family. So I'm looking to the future, and I'm looking to get involved. I'm looking to help this town grow. We want to remain in this town, Elizabeth and I. This will be our last stop, our last destination, and I'm ready to serve in a different capacity as selectman of Wellington.
Great. How has your professional background prepared you for the role of first select person?
A little bit more about myself on that. My strengths are in managing people, properties, negotiations, purchasing processes, construction, involving RFPs and renovations, which I think will be helpful to the town, building consensus, mentoring staff, written and verbal communication, and liaisoning with government officials and regulators. Healthcare is a very extremely regulated industry, and I can take some of that experience with me as I look to serve the people of Wellington. Our infrastructure is on the decline. It's being discussed a lot. The school vote was overwhelmingly denied, and we need to do something. So my skill sets, I think I'm in the right place at the right time, and I hope the voters agree.
What are the three most pressing issues facing the first select person? How would you begin to manage these issues?
Well, first and foremost, it's our children. They are our future. And I want to make sure that they're in the safest environments, educationally wise, at Center, at Hall, and at E.O. Smith. We're, again, back to that fresh defeat of the new school, which I accept very well. The taxpayers have voted, and I've listened to the taxpayers, and I voted as well. But the question is, where do we go from here? And that's a big question. We need to fix Hall and Center schools. It's our responsibility as parents, as taxpayers, and town representatives to do that, to ensure safe and healthy educational environments. Number two, look at the other town infrastructures, the fire departments, the town hall, and other buildings, and evaluate what's wrong and come up with a 5 to 10 year plan on fixing that. We have a very strong Board of Ed and Board of Finance in town, and I'm looking for their cooperation, as with Phil Stevens as well, in fixing these issues. The taxpayers might say not on my watch or not on my back, but if we come up with a prudent, fiscally conservative plan over a 5 to 10 year period to fix what we all agree needs to be fixed, I think we're on the right track. It will require commitments at many levels, but mainly the taxpayers. So I need to communicate those issues to the taxpayers, and I'm looking for collaboration. 3, along the lines of getting that information out, we need to improve communication. I want to ensure the timely disbursement of a town newsletter, that it includes all the information the taxpayers and residents are looking to see, what's coming up for vote, what were the recent votes, what's going on in town hall. This will inform our residents of past and future events. I pledge to be available and accessible to our town residents, and I welcome conversations on matters of importance to them. We need to work in a transparent environment, and I dedicate that we're going to do that. Thank you.
If you're elected, what do you hope to accomplish in the first 6 months?
It's a good question. The first 6 months can certainly set the stake in the ground for what's coming up. The first order of business is serving Wellington, making myself and the town hall accessible. We have some very good people at town hall. I've met all of them. I'm very pleased to work with them and proud to work with them if that's the case. I want to ensure that town hall is accessible. I want to ensure that if you have a problem with town hall, that I know about it, because my job is to help fix it, to get to a solution. And I want to do that. I want to establish confidence and ensure that information is provided on a consistent basis. For me, it all starts with listening to you. We are here to serve you.
Great. So a little bit different style question. What is your approach to building consensus when committee members or residents are deeply divided on a topic?
And that certainly happens and will happen. Getting to yes is really important. And if you can't get to yes, you come up with the best alternative. But having empathy is a skill, a character that is really important when you're trying to understand people's points of view. And people have points of view and want to be heard. And I will listen to your points of view and make sure that you're included in getting those heard. Now there's a couple of types of criticism. There's emotional criticism and there's constructive criticism. Emotional criticism is a little more painful than constructive criticism, and I certainly empathize with emotions in the beginning, but this can be tolerated to a point, and I think if we can get to constructive criticism and constructive conversation, I think we're going in a better direction. And I would try to set boundaries with individuals on staying within the yellow lines on a conversation and trying to keep everything constructive, because I want things to improve in Wellington.
Absolutely. Along a similar line, how do you handle criticism, particularly criticism that you may personally believe is unfair?
That comes with the seat, I imagine. I've had my fair share of that in my career. Not everybody agrees with me, and I don't expect that. And I will learn from all of you. Be a good example to others. Listen is really important. As a mature professional, I've learned to do that. Listen more, talk less. And I think that will help a lot. Thank you.
So, of course, for the election, you are running against Peter Tanaka. Can you tell us a little bit about what distinguishes you from Peter Tanaka to help inform?
There's been some conversations in town about that. I will not criticize Peter. It's not my style. I hear Peter's a very nice man, and I can appreciate that. The skills that I've honed over the years, I think, is a marked difference between me and Mr. Tanaka. My education, my experience in management, my experience with committees and boards, I think distinguishes me greatly from my opponent. And I'm looking forward to using those skills to better the town of Wellington.
Great. Wellington is a very special place for all of us, and I'm wondering what makes it a special place for you.
I've come to love Wellington. Elizabeth and I, this is our last stop. This is where we're going to live. She's very happy here as well. My committee work on the board of Parks and Rec, as well as ARPA, has helped me appreciate the town even more. And the door knocking I've done for this campaign has brought me closer to some of the issues in town and how people are feeling, which is really important. It's a town comprised of caring people with different residential longevity. And there's pros and cons to that. Some people, depending on where they are in life, that maybe don't have children, aren't as supportive of the school system as maybe others might be. So we've got to collaborate with those people. We've got to, I want to make Wellington a place where people want to live. I want to make it more attractive. And I'd like to see families say what they have been saying, which is these schools are fantastic and I want to educate my children here. It's a great town to be educated, to live in, and to drive through, and I want to keep it that way. And if anything, make it better.
So thank you. You've shared a lot with us. And my final question for you is there anything else that you think is important for us to be aware of or that you'd like to share?
Well, thank you for the interview. This is a great idea of yours, because a lot of people
For
don't.
agreeing.
A lot of people don't know me, and this is a way of people to get to know me. I believe in this town. I believe in the people at Town Hall. I believe in the boards. There's some great people, really great people on these boards they're volunteers. They're serving the town, and they want to see it improve, as do I. And with that, I can say it's truly an honor to be considered as first selectman. And I appreciate you listening to this video. And thank you to Lisa, and thank you to the Wellington Democratic Town Committee for their support. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.
Thanks, y'all. See you later.